Kosher Catfish, come here to you. He jumped off my shoulder. I thought I would get some of that iguana energy. But that sucker jumped off. He done running. He done out the barn. I guess he headed for the bayou. Where I ought to be. Instead here, talking to you. Why am I talking to you? What do you want to know about me? Who are you anyway? You don't know, because your head ain't covered. The CRT is working on your brain. That's what they call the brain food. But it's your brain that's being eaten on. You see, Kosher Catfish here, talk to you about the proper Ganda. Not the proper goose that's on the loose. The proper Ganda. Like the Ganda. Had a little skinny man. He was strange, but he made a difference in the world. Because he knew propaganda. And when Kosher Catfish is him, I've been trying to talk to people for years and years, about the concept of the grand narrative. Now, I don't know all the jargons and the nomenclatures in the subject, but I do know what I know. And what I know is there's a narrative, and then people lie off their ass to you. And they do it over and over and over. And that Hitler man, he say, or he gurbles, them gerbils. We know what them gerbils do. They crawl up your ass and have fun. No, that was some Hollywood stuff. The gerbils, the man that formed the grand narrative, and made the proper Ganda, not Gandhi, and not the goose, because your goose get cooked if you fall in the propaganda. Now, what I was here talking to you about was the fraud. The fraud. He was very annoyed at humanity. In fact, I don't think Freud liked humanity at all. I don't think he liked men, women, or anybody that had flesh on their bones, especially if you look like him. Anyway, he said stuff that was very negative against the species and the intellect of humanity. And then, his grandma got busy. No, it wasn't his grandma. It was his sister, I think, got busy. But the cobbler got her little one. And they call him Bernays. And I don't mean mayonnaise. Even though he was a white man. White man with sort of short curly hair. He didn't have one of them beards like his grandpa. His grandpa looked much more academic. But what Bernays did is he talked to women folk, the womb man, and they're smoking them cigarettes. I like that little cancer. Oh, I stink. Oh, kiss me. I like that. Oh, that's what Bernays, Edwin Bernays. I guess they call him Little Eddie. Little Eddie B. Little Eddie, a little bastard. No, they didn't do that. I just said that myself, because that's what I think. Anyway, he is sort of like the father. Not the father, but one of the children of the propaganda that used the modern psychology of the schools of intellect to come in and take your ass and tie it up in knots. Stick your ass in a matrix. That's where you headed. No, that's where you in. Thing is, Kosher Catfish trying to say, pay attention. Pay attention. Any man that would have such a desire to change your breakfast habits and did it successfully, along with a cigarette, had something going. I think he knew the stuff of the cement, the stuff that old devil, the man with the horn is. He a snake. That's where the propaganda come from. And breakfast was changed by the Bernays, along with a little mayonnaise. And he got you people to eat eggs and bacon from his ad campaign that made you believe that that's what you're supposed to do. Well, guess what? That's what you haven't done today. That's what you haven't done today. Ain't nothing new under the... Well, that is a new LED light. So there is something new under the LED light. But light is light. So there ain't nothing new under the light. Except for the darkness has learned how to propagate and associate light and devolve you. Devolve you. Emotionally. You know, idiot. Just believe anything. Hell, you can't even change the time no more. No more. If you get out and don't have your phone, your connection to somebody, you lose your mind. What's wrong with you people? There's little people, little 4-year-old people in Africa that takes the boats in every day and sells the fish from the night before. And you 40 years old and can't even drive. What's wrong with you people? And you think it's going to go good from here on your children? The Bearnaise man done spread the mayonnaise right heavily. And they're going to eat you up. They're going to eat you for a people snack. So you better learn, get your learn on about the propaganda and how the psychology be just manipulating your ass. Just manipulating you. Just like that thing and go, oh, that feel good. Yeah, that's what you like. But that's why it's bad. Who told the young man he got to play football? Who told the young man that was his life? If you move that shit out of the way, if you don't do it, then he ain't a man. Propaganda. Who in the hell told you society was supposed to work the way it worked? Propaganda. It requires intellect, foundation, and a whole hell of a lot of humiliation. To get any of this right, and the way we going, bro, hobo, whoever you are, I ain't doing that stuff. Them old hook'em horns of the Texas. At least them people got something going for them. Even if it is a devil. I didn't say that, did I? Anyway, you got to learn about the emotional state, the state of the mind. You must know who you are. Otherwise, they just gonna take your ass and stick you in a car and drag you off somewhere. Don't you know that? Can't you feel that in your bones, in your womb? I know it, dude. You gotta think for yourself. You can't be like a Santa's elf. Because we know what them things is. They's down there in hell. Hell, I say. They not in the North Pole. That's where God is. The anti-God. Hell. And he's a man that brings the propaganda to you. And Kosher Catfish caught on it early. I'm still trying to look in the eyes and I can't. But my fingers are... Oh, I'm not sure what I'm doing. I'm getting a little carried away. Because I'm very concerned. Very concerned about my public. Because I love it. Now, I grew up in Lubbock for a little while. And then on the Air Force Base, I think they did experiments to me. Anyway, I'm not real sure. I got the semi-shark fin today. Because you got to have a little bullshit when you're cutting through the bullshit. You're going to get some on you. So I lowered the fin. And I changed my angle to be about 33 degrees above the equator and the alligator. Anyway, I got more about this stuff. And I want you to laugh at me. Laugh your ass off at me. Do your homework because I just Kosher Catfish. And I got to do something about that glare on my nose and my face because it makes me look funny. I didn't want that at all. I just don't have the money for lighting. And I sure as hell can't do much in the way of fighting. So this is just one in a long line. Bullshit. Bullshit to help you cut through, slice it, dice it. I come at you like a Tyrannosaurus. And I'm very sorry for doing it. Anyway, so Catfish, I'm heading to the bayou. Gotta get my turn up on. Go do me some gigging. And shock some of them CRTs. Cause they getting at you and they getting at me. We're gonna smash that sucker. It's a green-eyed monster. I still can't rhyme with that. So I'm just leaving. I say a bad thing with my hands. I don't understand why I do it. It's automatic.